Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop. Chemistry. Etymology of the word chemistry. The root of the word chemistry is of Egyptian origin, as is already known. It comes from chemet, equal black, alluding to the long cooking process and the distillations that were customary in Egyptian laboratories in order to extract this or that desired product. We know that this root has proliferated in the other Negro languages, where it has retained the same meaning. In Wolof, Hemet equals black, to blacken, etc. The French chemist Claude Louis Berthollet was struck with such admiration for the Egyptian scientific knowledge and chemistry that he devoted a paper to them. Metallurgy of iron. The world's oldest voluntary making of steel is, up to now, certified to have taken place only in Egypt, as the text below shows. Accidentally, a metallographic microscopic examination permits the identification of a steeled piece of iron. There exists, however, indisputable proof of a deliberately made cementation. It is the presence in a steel object of successive layers containing different percentages of carbon. A blacksmith would have had no reason to forge an object like this if he had not understood the different properties of the successive layers. The most ancient object of this type is an Egyptian knife, probably made between 900 and 800 BCE. Archaeological excavations in the southern Sahara are in the process of confirming our ideas on the first Iron Age at 2600 to 1500 BCE, published in the Bulletin de la Fin and in Notes Africaines. Similarly, the late Professor Emery of Oxford is supposed to have found during the salvaging excavations conducted in Nubia under UNESCO sponsorship traces of iron metallurgy dating back to the ancient empire. Architecture. Mathematical basis of Egyptian architecture. Egyptian architectural work implies mechanical and technical knowledge that specialists have not yet finished discussing. The scholars know that nobody is yet capable of giving a satisfactory explanation of the manner in which the Egyptians proceeded with the construction of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, Cheops. The technique used to assemble 2,300,000 stones, each one weighing 2.5 tons on the average. And above all, the technique used to polish the surfaces of these stones and to assemble them so perfectly that even today one would try in vain to slip a razor blade between the stones. The huge stones that make up the roof of the king's chamber weigh 50 tons each. The Egyptians used ramps of varying inclines to hoist the stones. Those Borchardt shows that the Egyptians knew the principle of the inclined plane perfectly, and that they used it in full mechanical sense of the calculations. He came up with 20 years for the medium pyramid, which is a normal amount of time compatible with the 29-year reign of Pharaoh Senefru, as given by the historian Manetho. One understands why the building of these monuments did not take centuries, thanks to the use of rams. Borchards' calculations are based on the simultaneous use of two rams. We'll pause right here and continue back. Chapter 16, Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel. Hi, it's Harley.